All right.
We're recording now? Yeah, we're recording.
Welcome to the Dagnabbit Boys podcast.
Late night edition.
We have three big pieces of news. First off, Shane has a mustache.
Hey, ladies. We do know that all of our listeners are ladies now.
100%. Yeah, we converted fully. 100%. So glad to be with you girls. The future is podcasting.
Before I came here, a woman did corner me to tell me that I was cute and handsome.
Where was that?
The Comedy Store.
That's nice. Did she see your set?
No.
She didn't see your set. She just saw you with your cool new
Well,
mustache.
it wasn't. It was a person that was. They were basically like they didn't realize it when I had the beard, I guess.
Oh, this is a person you know.
Yes.
So you're like the pretty girl who took off her glasses.
Yeah,
You're the
yeah.
Shane who got a mustache. I'm still getting used to it. I like it because the other day somebody told you that you look like Ron Jeremy.
Okay.
And then now you look more like him.
Who told me that?
I don't know.
I don't remember that at all. I feel like I would remember that because I'd be like just bragging about it. I'm also thinking to get my hair cut.
Yeah, I mean,
I would probably get my hair cut tomorrow.
you'd lose the Ron Jeremy edge. What are you going to do? Are you going to go like full?
Not buzz cut. I'm not pulling
Short.
a Cooper Lyden.
No, not buzz cut, but if you get a mustache and a nice haircut, you'll just be a nice young American fella.
Is that bad or good?
It'll be good. You'll get tons of work. You won't look like a long-haired hippie.
That was the issue with my comedy. Is everybody was like, "Hey man, are you smoking this? Are you smoking the silly tobacco?"
Yeah, everybody thought
I was smoking weed, and I say no to drugs.
Everybody thought you were some sort of,
Flower child.
Andy Kaufman, or what is his name? Who's the guy? Who's the hippie that wore the American flag?
Abby Hoffman.
Abby Hoffman. They thought you were Abby Hoffman. They thought
Damn,
you
you
were too
got
far
so
out.
close, dude.
Yeah.
They thought I was far out. They thought I was a yippie. They were like, "Oh, you do comedy and you have long hair. You must be a yippie."
Yeah, and the Yippies transports us to our second big piece of news, which is that Grateful Dead founding member Bob Weir has died.
Yippee!
Shane is super happy about it. If you don't know, the Grateful Dead is my favorite band. My father got me into them, and I've been to a lot of shows with my father and some friends, and that band has meant a lot for me, not only, for just all the times it's brought me, but also how close it's brought me to my father, which I think we really needed that after the breakdown of the family to have that.
That's really nice,
Yeah.
but now that he's dead, I can finally say yippee.
You can finally, you texted me, you just said yippee, and I said, what? And you said Bob Weir's dead, and I hadn't heard that he was dead yet.
I called him Bob Weird.
You called him Bob Weird. You said Bob Weird, the hippie terrorist, is now dead. He's been killed by Navy SEALs in his home.
He was killed by ICE.
He was killed by ICE in his home in Palo Alto.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the third piece of news, ICE killed a terrorist. Yippee.
I don't know if that fits into the clean 5 minutes, but
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah,
it might. I don't know. I don't know.
It might.
Rules.
It makes it extra clean.
I was on Miss Jessie's podcast and I was being funny, but I don't know if any of it's allowed to be on the podcast. When the jokes I was making, I thought were funny, and they're like the jokes we make on our podcast. But
oh, that's not good.
Some people were acting like you can't say that stuff on a podcast, and I felt a little confused
because you say that
that's
every
all
week.
We've been doing. But I guess we should know you can't because nobody is watching this. So
I guess you're right.
Yeah. And the third and final piece of news is
the fourth news.
The fourth piece of news is I got a new water bottle.
Yippee!
Yeah, it's a YETI.
Yeah, YETI.
So people
thought I was one of those Yetis with my my long hair. With my long hair, they think I'm a Yeti.
People were scared of your comedy because they thought you were Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was messed up.
They said, "What's Bigfoot doing up there?" I came to see a comedy show. This scares the hell out of me.
But I don't have a beard anymore, which makes me look less like Yetis.
What inspired the move?
I messed up shaving.
And then you went to mustache.
Yes, I was trying to trim my beard. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It was a lot more difficult. No wonder they charge money for it.
And you were just given a free beard trimmer.
I was given a free beard trimmer.
So you were pretty excited about it.
I was so excited.
First try.
And then I messed up. I didn't cut it evenly enough. And then I just shaved it all in an act of frustration.
Did you put any guards on the trimmer?
Of course.
And it just didn't work out?
I just cut it too badly.
Yeah.
I just did it too badly, and no wonder people go to hair school. I was very frustrated shaving, and then when you shave a beard, sometimes it kind of hurts a little bit. It doesn't hurt a lot, but it kind of sucks.
You couldn't trim it low enough before using a razor, so it didn't hurt too much?
No, it didn't like hurt, but it was like kind of annoying.
Right.
I did, and then I shaved it off with a razor. I shaved all the little stubs with a razor.
Dude, you'd look so fucking hardcore if you went full buzz cut, though, actually, with the mustache. You would look hardcore.
Yeah, maybe.
Buzz cut, mustache, and then, like, this fit with, like, the Dickies and the gold chain.
This fit did inspire me to cut my hair because I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, if I had shorter hair, this would look even cooler.
Yeah. Right now, you kind of have, like, a 70s biker thing going, long hair, mustache.
But yeah.
Maybe you should wear, like, a fringed leather jacket, you know? You could do, like, an Easy Rider thing. Because people thought you were a hippie, so now you've moved into the 70s.
Yeah.
With long hair and a mustache.
You know what's crazy about Easy Rider is the guys kill them in the pickup truck. They don't realize that those guys are actually a lot more similar than they think.
Yeah, they also didn't realize that those guys they were killing were the stars of the movie we were watching.
That's a really annoying part of the movie, is that they just died. And it's like, guys, like, cut it. They're filming a movie. They're recording this evidence. It's like when they filmed that movie in Minneapolis recently where that woman was the star. What movie were they filming? Cool, awesome woman that doesn't do anything.
I saw that movie. I hated it. It didn't make any sense. And there are so many people that are like, this is a movie that happens when people don't respect law and order. And I was like...
It's you know what's funny about that video is everybody talks about it like they saw an entirely different video.
Sure.
Everybody's like, you see, she hit him. And it's like, she was moving in the other direction.
Yeah, I saw the worst possible take the other day, where a guy was trying to be like moderate while also just supporting murder, where he was like, you know, there's like a term called awful but lawful. And he was like, you know, obviously her dying is awful, but she was impeding an investigation. And so technically it's legal and I just have to support it, which is just somebody just being like, hey, I as a human being feel that this is horrible and I can see it's horrible and I don't like this. But I do believe that laws trump.
If he's ever done like a psychedelic or smoked weed before it was like legal, then he should also be shot.
He should be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be killed.
If you've ever broken a law, apparently you should be shot in the head in front of your wife.
Yeah, and it's funny because then people will be like, well, doing a drug is not the same as impeding an investigation. It's like, well, first off, she wasn't, and second off, murder is not the sentence for doing that.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is they're like, well, look, if you look at it, she kind of swiped him. And it's like, well, that's not, you know, you don't get shot for that.
Well, if they put these people on, like if they arrested that woman, put her on trial, and then sentenced her to an execution by firing squad, people would be like, that's really messed up. That's an overreaction. But when it comes to cops and laws, if you kill people in the street, a lot of people will say that that is the correct consequence for the action. Yeah, for some reason, if it happens on the street, they go, that was correct.
Yeah.
Take the jury and the judge, everybody out of it.
Yeah. Where in reality, the only time anybody should ever be murdered is if they're walking around in a nice pair of sneakers that Shane wants, and then you kill them for the sneakers.
There's an epidemic of suckers walking around with cool-ass J's, sick-ass jackets, and fine-ass hats that a brother like Shane wants.
And so, yeah, the sentence for that is murder. Being a sucker with a fly outfit.
You should go into the comments where people are defending ICE and being like, you should never kill a woman for doing that, but I would definitely kill a brother for having some sick shoes on, and then like laughing emoji. I haven't seen that take. I haven't seen that take of being like, now let's not condemn all murder in the streets, because sometimes you come out with a fresh new fit.
They showed us a video. I remember, I think it was high school or middle school. And it was a video about how you shouldn't murder people for their shoes because then you'll go to jail and feel bad about it. I don't know why they showed that to us. I did not go to a hood high school. I did not.
It's funny to imagine that you weren't in special ed. You were in like morally corrupt education where they just keep showing you videos of like what a moral could be. They showed that like to the whole school though, like in the auditorium, like they had.
No. This was just a specific class.
What class?
Health class.
It's a good health advice.
Yeah. Don't kill people for their sneakers.
That'd be funny if you raised your hand. You're like, but teacher, if I kill a dude for his sneakers, he's dead. I'm alive with sneakers. My health is good. Is this
you seen these shoes I'm wearing? These are not walking shoes.
You see these shoes?
You think I'm gonna walk around the Bronx looking like a fucking fool with my fucking blisters all over my feet? No, I gotta kill a guy.
People rag on me for getting my mom to pick me up from school, but it's because these is killing shoes. I walk home in these shoes, I'm dead, and she know it too. She dressed me right.
I do love old New York slang. Like, I'm gonna peep this. Let me peep this.
People still saying peep?
I love that. You never hear somebody saying peep. I feel like people don't say peep anywhere else.
I've heard, let me peep that? I've heard a lot of people say that.
I feel like I haven't heard somebody say that. Like, yeah, I haven't heard anybody say that, I don't think.
They say it out here.
Oh.
People are saying it. Yeah. People say that. I mean, there's a lot of good New York slang. My friend tells me about the new stuff that's coming out. They say putting in pain instead of putting in work. And then also when something's cool or sick, they say that shit's pain.
Okay.
And they also say no funny.
Oh.
And that means like dead ass.
Okay.
Where they're like, no funny, that shit's pain.
Okay.
So if you want to sound cool, that's what the cool black kids of New York and fashion heads are saying. And that's what everybody will be saying in 6 or so years.
And then like a white millennial woman will show up to be like, I didn't realize that what pain actually meant. Pain is short for, it's players always in nightmares. That's the type of shit that white women are always saying, is that black slang is all abbreviation. What is the word? Acronyms.
You did bring that up the other day, that when people say that thought means that hoe over there, that you were saying it doesn't, and that's sort of a post-ad hoc white rationalization.
Yes.
That it's not actually, it's just a word.
Yes.
That was created the way words are made. That it's just a sound that means something.
Yeah.
And
doesn't the word thought sound like it means what it means?
Yeah, I mean,
simp sounds like it means what it means.
Well, simp isn't simp short for something?
It's like simple or simp, like you're
being sympathetic?
No, I just assume simple or like versus pimp. I mean, people have been saying simp since the 90s.
You know what people haven't been saying since the 90s? You know what's not in slang?
What?
Tolerance.
You know what people weren't saying since the 90s? Oh God, somebody destroyed the World Trade Center, because that hadn't happened yet. That was not New York back then.
Welcome back to the New York podcast. There's one thing about New York in the 90s. It's that there were World Trade Centers and that they were standing. And Osama had not been blamed for that yet.
Yeah, man, New York, it was awesome, man. In the 80s, the hip-hop just came out, you know? Like, it was, the club scene was fire, the World Trade Center was still there.
Yo, after the World Trade Center fell, hip-hop was different. We used to say shit like blow up like the World Trade. It was our reference for height. We would compare it to stacks of cash, how high a career would go. But after that, we had to go back to the Empire State Building. By that time, Empire State of Mind had already come out. We'd already talked about that building enough. So when the One World Trade Center came out, New York rap revived, because we had a new building to compare success to.
Those was the only buildings we knew.
It's the only buildings we knew growing up. Empire State, World Trade Center, now the One World Trade. There ain't no other buildings in New York. New York got 3 buildings, the rest of it forests. All these dudes saying they grew up in the hood, they was woodland creatures. We was growing up in the thicket in the borough.
They woodland creatures pointing their magic staff sideways.
They wasn't in no gangs and shit. They was Holly Jolly Riders like Robin Hood.
Also, by the way, this accent you're doing is Brooklyn Jewish guy who grew up in like one of the rough Jewish projects.
Yeah.
Which I think there's like 2.
Well, it's the right accent because it's a guy talking about hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
It's Necro.
We should get him on the podcast to ask him what he's so fucking mad about.
He's so mad now. I guess he was always mad.
I don't know what he's so pissed off about.
I like his music, but I don't actually. Like, I like the beats. The beats are fun. His rapping kind of sucks, but like I like how gross it is. It's obnoxious. That's what I enjoy about it. Because people that do similar types of rap, they aren't quite as obnoxious. Like, Brother Lynch is dirtier and more fucked up, but he's not as, like, just, like, kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily love the term incel, but it kind of feels like that vibe mixed with New York rap.
Kinda. Yeah, kinda.
There's, like, a weird kind of...
There's definitely a genuine disdain for women in there.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it.
It might be the most hateful towards women rap I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Every time you've shown me him, I say, I don't enjoy this.
And then I have to be like, no, I like it because it sucks.
And then I'm like, yeah, I get that that's the thing about you.
Yeah.
But that's not a thing about me. I don't know. I guess I don't know what stuff I like that sucks. I mean, that I think sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like some movies that I think suck, I'll still watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of action movies that are just fun to watch because there's violence and explosions and shit.
But I feel like when it comes to music, I call me crazy, I prefer to enjoy it.
I enjoy Necro, but I don't think it's good.
But is it like a pure enjoyment where you're just like...
It's not ironic. It's like not.
Yeah, not even ironic, but just like... I don't know, like tonight I was coming home and I was listening to Estimated Prophet 5/19/77 by the Grateful Dead, and I was like, this is a really good version of this song. I enjoy this.
Yeah.
And I clocked it as like a genuine, just what this is, I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way about him? Because I feel like there's other stuff where you're like, well, this is fucking shitty and dumb and stuff.
I feel the way about Necro. It's like pornography. It's disposable, you know? And that's what I like about it. It's like a very... like pulpy. I like pulp, you know? Yeah. I like something you can just toss away, you know?
How many people do you think listening know who Necro is?
Probably every single person.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
Why?
Because we all know them. And I've probably talked about Necro with everybody. They also know Necro from movies such as Heaven Knows What and Good Time.
He's in those movies?
He is.
It's weird.
He's actually, he's really good in Good Time. I watched Good Time recently, rewatched it. He's like great for that type.
Who does he play in that movie?
He plays Ray's friend, like at the end. The fat guy who's like, basically like, I'm going to go to the Bronx and come back with a gun and kill this guy.
Hmm.
And then that gets ruined, which could have been the best scene in the movie.
Well, if you don't know, Necro's a white Jewish?
He's, white Jewish rapper.
Jewish rapper from Brooklyn who hates women.
Yeah, grew up in, like, the projects.
I mean, he is kind of like, describing him does sound like a podcast bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the type of guy that could only really grow up in Brooklyn.
Women are a problem.
Yeah. Did I show you the music video of him rapping next to his uncle while his uncle shoots heroin?
No.
It's so funny. It's the funniest video ever. And he also has videos of him with porn stars, and like they'll suck his dick on camera. Like he gets his dick sucked by porn stars on camera while he's fucking...
For the music video?
Yes.
I mean, I hope he finds, peace at some point.
Oh yeah, I hope he finds love.
I hope he finds some kind of happiness.
I hope he finds like a nice young woman, a nice young Jewish woman to settle down with. Because that's what Mom wants. Remember that, Necro.
Yeah, his mother's like, oh, Necro. She's still trying to hook him up with girls from the synagogue, and he's getting his dick sucked by a Puerto Rican in a music video while his uncle shoots heroin and squeezes it out of the syringe on her butt. So her butt's wet.
Why would you gonna find a nice Jewish girl?
Stop doing heroin with your uncle. I met a girl.
This horrorcore shit, that's not gonna last.
Necro, my son, he does horrorcore. Have you heard of it? It's a very scary kind of rap music. I realized we were very hard on the early rappers. All they talked about was how brothers were in the alley with the baseball bat. But my son he's just saying stuff that hasn't even happened.
He's saying he's killed everyone.
And I don't think he has.
I'm still alive.
Well, if he hates women so much, then maybe he could kill me. I'm his mother.
He won't even kill me.
Oh, it must be my fault if you hate women so much, then kill me. He still lives with his mom. She's hearing him record that stuff. Well, okay, Mr.
Necro, take your diarrhea medicine.
Nathan, I'm not calling you Necro. Stop talking about killing women. You know, your mother's a woman. What did I ever do to you?
His dad's like, if he's Necro, he's Necro.
If he wants to be called Necro, then he's Necro. Why would I get mad at him? You can call him Necro. Who cares? He didn't go to rabbinical school. Ever since then, I gave up. He would have been an amazing rabbi. You would have been amazing. You have a great way of speaking. You use it to say this filth. Nonetheless, you're my son. Why don't you make rap music like Modest Yahoo? We love him.
You know, your brother, Ill Bill, isn't as scary. He has a brother named Ill Bill who's also a horrorcore rapper, but not as in your face.
We like what Bill does, because Bill's campy.
Bill's a little bit less in your face about it.
He knows how to make a mockery of himself. You take yourself seriously. That's the horrible part of what you do, is that you believe it. Bill knows it's an act. Bill still goes to synagogue. So what does that tell you?
Bill's wife's so nice. You should meet her sister.
You could have a wife while you rap. You think you got to be all lonely, jerking off.
She's a hygienist.
You think Bill has a wife?
I gotta look it up.
They're both horrorcore rappers.
That's so funny.
Man.
That's so fucking funny.
Are their parents also born here, or were they recent? Because it would be funny to come to America to give your kids a better life, and then both of them become horrorcore rappers. You're like, damn, you're not even different kinds of... One of you isn't even a more marketable kind of rap.
You're the least marketable rappers.
One of you couldn't just... God damn.
That's so funny.
You couldn't even do, like, a SoundCloud mumble stuff? Even that would be better.
I'm trying to find... I like that when you look up Ill Bill, for siblings, it says Necro. Doesn't say his name.
Well... Yeah.
Let me look up their parents.
Don't even ask about my son. They
aren't detailed publicly.
My sons, they're scary, is what they both decided to do, I guess. They were smart kids. They got good grades. Now they rap and they try to be the scariest guys they can. I'll tell you what's scary. 60 years old, no wife, no children, no house, no property, no plan. That's what's coming to them.
I also like to imagine they're really proud, too. Them being disappointed is funny, but them being proud is funnier.
Yeah.
For them to be like, look at how scary my son is.
Oh, Michael's a rabbi. Well, Nathan is a horrorcore rapper. Have you heard of that? It's very scary.
He's pushing Israel through horror scary raps.
And he's still a Zionist. And he talks about how much he wants to kill women. And we think it's fun. A lot of people don't like it. But they're not autistic, and we were always an autistic family, so we knew Nathan would get into something. I wish it was something a little lighter, but it's not, so it is what it is.
And their older brother, Woody, he's a director.
Is that true?
No.
I like to think our oldest son, he's about 40 years older than our other two kids. Woody, he has the last name of my first husband, Michael Allen. He became a director.
Moshe Allen.
Moshe Allen was his father. He's since dead, of course, and I am 155. I birthed Woody Allen, and now I've birthed Necro and Ill Bill. All of my sons are weird.
And all geniuses.
They all seem to have an issue with women. I think, if I had to guess most likely who's killed one, I would say Woody. Nathan, sorry, I get the name. He talks about it a lot, but I don't think he would. But Woody, I sense a real darkness with. His movies are fun, though. It's funny because in his movies, he's flirting with girls, but in real life, he was grabbing them. He was like a cat bringing birds back to the house, but it was a woman saying, I don't want to be here.
I really gotta pee again.
That's okay. Go pee. But, the first movie, the first movie that Woody made, it was when he was a kid, and what he did was he got a caterpillar, because we had a lot of them outside, and he went to the garage, and he got lighter fluid, and he poured it all over the caterpillar, and then he lit the caterpillar on fire. And he did a cool thing where he made half of the movie black and white, and he made the other half color, which at that time was unprecedented in TV and film. He's an 8-year-old boy at this point, so first off, I don't know how he has a know-how to finagle Technicolor for a home video, but he did. And I also didn't know how he had the sociopathy and darkness to watch such an innocent creature burn in such a horrible way, but he did. And I looked at that and I said, this is bad. You know, no matter what, this doesn't end well. But if we push the directing, he'll do more of that than he will the torturing. And if he does the directing and the torturing on set, then, you know, that's a Kubrick thing and people would be okay with it. And we could love him for that. But I was always worried about Woody.
I'm back. You know what's fun about this podcast? Once an episode, one of us goes pee.
Can you turn off that light? And every goddamn episode, Shane forgets to turn off the light. And you know what? It sickens me. I don't think of this really as a podcast. I think a lot of podcasts...
This is a sequence of bathroom visits.
I think with a lot of podcasts, people come in with plans and topics and it goes well. And this is just sort of if you filmed any hour of anybody's day. And sometimes it's a good hour. Sometimes it's the hour where people say funny stuff. And other times it's not.
Sometimes it's anti-Semitic. Sometimes we accidentally record at the anti-Semitic hour.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't think that was really anti-Semitic.
I don't think we've done that at all.
Yeah.
That's what many Jewish people in Brooklyn sound like, and I hope they feel represented by our representation.
And Jewish people in other places don't really sound like that. So it's probably just a New York thing.
Yeah, you get in New York. Well, they also a lot of like...
It's a regional thing.
You know, the Hasids and the down-ass fools, they kind of have their own accent.
Yeah.
With a little in it mixed with the New York, and that's fun.
One of the first things my mom said to me when she was picking me up for my flight is that Jewish people sounded like they were coughing.
You told me that. I like your mom. Everything you've told me about your mom, she sounds fun.
She's kind of fun when she's not crazy.
She sounds like she's got a lot of spunk. I like her takes on stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something about Southern women. There's an aggression to them.
I just think it's nice when people have something to say.
Yeah.
And I don't really care what it is. I was thinking about that, how with Uber drivers, because I read this thing online where a lady was picking up some Facebook Marketplace thing, and then her and the guy started talking about, like, immigration and stuff. And I feel like whenever you, like, do something like meet somebody from Craigslist or, like, take an Uber, you always end up talking about, like, the biggest issues facing society as a whole.
Yeah.
Which is funny because, like, you don't know them at all, but at one point you will give your opinion on, like, immigration or the president.
It does feel like that people that are Uber drivers or any of that sort of stuff have never heard the thing about, like, don't talk about sex, politics, or religion.
No, that's, like, most of all that you talk about.
Yeah,
like
and if you talk about sex, they must know at this point, like, I've gotten sued 1,000,000 times, so I can't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
They sued my company, and then I came in under a fake name, using my other ID.
And now I'm back.
You can't stop me.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I was getting driven by the casino staff to the airport, and it was an old, I guess, Native American guy named Richard. He was telling me how there's a guy at his work that's a real know-it-all, and he hates know-it-alls because he can't talk to know-it-alls. I might have brought this up, but he was talking about how he voted for Trump and how the young know-it-all was always getting in his face about it.
Yeah.
And he said a thing that I feel like you always hear in Ubers where he's just kind of like, you know, and I don't know if he's the best president, but I just made the best decision I could.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a lot of conversations you have where a guy will bring up something that's very divisive and be like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you're always like, hey, I don't know either.
Yeah, none of us know.
I do like that moment of humanity because if a guy brings up a topic and goes, but I don't know, you have to be a real asshole to be like, you're talking to the motherfucker that knows. I disagree and you're wrong.
Yeah, that would really suck if they got Nostradamus in the back of an Uber. He's like, I don't know, and he's like, I do know. You will die at 47.
But I do. That would be sick to say and have no backup for it, where you just like...
You could pretend to be Nostradamus, bring a crystal ball. No one knows what Nostradamus looks like. They just assume he probably always has a crystal ball.
Where was he? Where was he from?
Brooklyn.
He was a Brooklyn guy?
My other son, Nostradamus. He's 3,000 years old.
We have a son. I had him 3,000 years ago. He can't seem to hold down a job, but he always seems to know what's going to happen. I wish he knew when he was going to get a job. He definitely does know. I mean, he can tell the future.
I said, Nasty, when are you going to meet a nice Jewish girl? Well, tell me that with your little see the future ass.
He said his powers don't work for seeing when he's going to meet Jewish girls. I said, malarkey. His powers seem to only work for what he wants it to work for. But I have 4 sons, Nostradamus, Woody Allen, Ill Bill, and Necro. And we are a family. And you can say what you want about us. People have said a lot. I am Ava Braun, by the way. My name is Ava Braun. My husband is Genghis Khan. And my children are Nostradamus, Woody Allen, Ill Bill, and Necro.
Just a nice Jewish family.
And you might think that we're all freaks because we all have storied pasts. But when we're together, we're a family. People say things about me in synagogue because I was married to Hitler.
And he made me drink a potion that was supposed to kill me and gave me eternal life.
It gave me wings and I flew away. A lot of people don't know that. And I've been trying to be better ever since. I mean, I was a young girl.
A young Jewish girl in Germany.
It is crazy.
What are you going to do? Of course you got to...
What was I supposed to do?
Go to the camp? Not marry Hitler?
That'd be crazy if Ava Braun lived and then came out as Jewish and she was like, well, what was I supposed to do? You're going to yell at me for dating Hitler to get through the Holocaust?
I can't go to the camps. It's chilly.
Of course I felt bad. I felt awful. But, you know, I had to do what I had to do. I dated Hitler for a little bit. Now the Holocaust is over. It's not like I wrote the plans. He didn't trust me. He didn't like women. Whatever. You're going to get mad at a lady? Fuck off. Ava Braun.
I met him in a beer hall.
Ava Braun survives.
He gave the best push I ever seen.
She survives the Holocaust and for some reason lives to be 400 years old. She's the oldest person in the world.
I met Hitler when I was like 100 years old. I was 300 years old.
I was 300 years old at the time. I was turned into a vampire before by Dracula.
My first husband, Dracula.
My first husband was Dracula. My second was Hitler. My current is Genghis Khan. I have 4 sons, Nostradamus, Woody Allen, Ill Bill, and Necro.
Her third husband was Moshe Allen.
And Moshe Allen. I always forget about Moshe because he is somewhat less substantial than
the other 3.
You know, the other guys, Genghis Khan. But now I've settled down with Genghis. I like him a lot. He has a lot of kids, so the reunions are big. But we do like to have fun. And he's Jewish now. I converted him.
He wanted to move to Chinatown. I said, no. We're staying in Brooklyn.
Walking into Chinatown dressed like Genghis Khan on a horse.
I'm back. Guess who it is?
Everybody's like,
Genghis, Genghis, Genghis.
You pick up a shop owner's wife, and steal her. No! In a bizarre racist hate crime, a white man dressed as Genghis Khan rode through Chinatown in New York City on a horse and kidnapped a woman. She was thankfully retrieved in Central Park 3 hours later when he was napping on a big rock.
Damn, napping on a big rock. That must hurt extra more than...
Well, they have huge rocks in Central Park. Boulders.
Oh, I cannot wait to meet those. Yeah,
when we go to New York, we should invent a new New York accent. We should
just noises.
Well, what we need to do is we need to get a lot of children so we can give them the accent so it'll spread in some area of New York. I don't know. Let's pick like East Village maybe because that's near the
Well, we'll go to a deaf school.
Yeah, we'll go to a deaf school and then we'll give them accents.
Yeah.
This is our time. I'm going to go get some pizza. Where are you from? I'm from the East Village.
The deaf part of New York.
This is how we talk in New York. It'd be funny if an accent was more an emotion, where everybody in some region, they all sounded angry. Chicago's kind of like that.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a close, I don't know. What do you think's the angriest sounding
accent? I want to say it'd probably be a Northeastern, but not New York. Northeast, but not New York.
I think you need the
Huh?
Well, that's why I like Chicago, because it's like, yeah.
Chicago is a nice accent, but Chicago's too Midwestern nice. So there's like too much of a Midwestern niceness to it.
There's some mean Southern accents.
Yeah, a couple of my family members have that. But there's also like I feel like an average Southerner has a pretty nice accent.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's like ways you can go with it. You can go up or down. You could be like, "How are you?" It could be like, "How are you?" That's mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boston. I feel like it's hacked to say, but I'm gonna go Boston as meanest sounding.
That's good.
I feel like that's the one, like South Boston, where the white men play. That's the tagline of South Boston. Welcome to South Boston, where the white men play.
I like when you meet old white women from Boston, because they want to tell you so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if they have the accent, you'll be like, "Are you from Boston?" They'll be like, "Am I from Boston? I got 22 kid dicks in my pussy right now. Am I from Boston?"
Mark Wahlberg. I was supposed to be on 9/11 with him. We were supposed to be on 9/11 together.
Yeah, I know, Mark. Yeah, Mark, we went to the same high school. We were supposed to take the 9/11 flights together. Fucking Jagoff didn't get on, so I'm on the plane. All of a sudden, these guys stand up yelling all this hoopla. I say, "Fuck this," and jump out. Never even got on the news.
I was the one person smart enough to...
I escaped 9/11.
I'm just so street smart, I bring parachutes on flights every time.
I'm street smart, and I'm low-key. So, I escaped 9/11, walked from Delaware back to Boston. My friend said, "Where you been?" I said, "Busy. People don't ask questions around here, so they let it go."
Yeah.
A lot of my family, a lot of people say I'm presumed dead because, I was on the flight, had a ticket. They had a whole funeral for me. I walk right by on my morning walk. I said, "That's not me." I said, "I'm not in there."
They still think I'm dead.
A lot of people think I'm dead. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Guy whose family thinks he's dead in a plane. I don't care. They're gonna assume I'm dead. Then
I'm low key.
Then what if
I'm just like, I'm not a big guy. I just keep it real.
I just keep it real. My family, they think I'm dead. I never went back home.
People are like, "Why don't you tell them?" It's like, they never try to call me. They think I'm dead.
Who cares?
And who cares?
Nobody called me. I'm not the president. I don't have to be alive. When I found out I was presumed dead, I said, "Whatever. I'll go to Kansas, start it over."
I found out I was dead. I was like, whatever. I'm dead. Whatever.
I'm still alive. I could still, smoke a cigarette, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I'm dead. Yeah, I guess I'm dead. Whatever. I'm breathing pretty hard for a dead motherfucker.
Still go to Fenway. I still see Sox games. I got, buddies. We hang out. We have a good time.
We get Haitian food.
I lost the accent. I lost it.
It's hard to do accents. Sometimes I just don't even try.
Accents are good. You got to do accents. I did a black voice on stage for about
accents
half my set.
It's you really. I feel like I'm missing like such a pivotal part of comedy by not being able to do any accents.
It's just fun to do voices. You were there when I did a black voice for half of my entire set.
Yeah, you were doing Columbine. The Columbine shooters is black.
I said, "I just have a simple question. What if the guys who shot up Columbine were brothers?" And I said, "What you doing under that table? You scared?"
But what if they were? They didn't point the gun sideways and shit?
I did say that, didn't I? Did I say that?
No, I don't think so.
I should have said that. Fuck.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I was doing material, and then I started doing a black voice.
Well, you're doing material, and there was no one there.
And there was no one there, so
there was 5 people in the room.
There was 5 people on the edges of the room, so I started doing a black voice, and
it's crazy that there was that few people in the room and so spread out.
Yeah, and they loved it.
They did.
People started laughing. A black man walked into the room to say that shit funny, and then walked out.
That's funny.
And, a lot of people would say it's wrong to do voices of races you're not, but then you do it, and the entire room likes it, and a black guy comes in and says, "I like that."
Yeah.
And you start to wonder who's really saying it's wrong.
What? Ice? Ice is saying it's wrong? Woke-ass Ice?
I'm so tired of all the fucking woke agenda.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I get why the ICE is taking these Mexicans. They want them for themselves, because they're woke.
These fucking wokies.
Yeah. And see, I hate cancel culture so much
They're canceling so many Mexicans?
Yeah, they're fucking canceling. They're sending them to Guatemala and shit.
They're canceling entire communities.
Yeah. And it's just like a liberal to actually be racist, where they're taking these Mexicans and sending them to places they aren't even from. Because they think they're so hip. Because they're like, I got a bunch of Mexicans in my car, do you? But they're actually just, they're sending them to the wrong place. And that's liberal racism.
So a guy's in his car and he sees an ICE detention truck full of immigrants and he's like, I'm not jealous.
I'm woke too.
Yeah, just because you got friends of color.
Just because you're friends with all these Mexicans.
You think you're so much more cultured than me.
Just because you own all these Mexicans? Whatever. I could own some Mexicans too.
Woke ass slaveholders with all their black friends thinking they're so much woker than me.
Just because I don't have any.
Just because I don't have
You know
any.
what? I'm jealous, so jealous, I'm going to start the Civil War because I'm jealous of all the black friends these guys have. And then we'll bring them to New York City, put them in Harlem, which everybody will think is the most awesome part of town forever. I can't wait to get all these black guys into Harlem so I could hang out with them.
Oh my God, Harlem's going to be so awesome. And we are going to
We're going to take such good care of them.
We are going to make sure that community gets everything it needs to thrive. And everybody's going to love it. Harlem is going to be the new Times Square.
That is funny. They freed the slaves and they're like, yeah, put them in the shitty parts.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we have this part of town that sucks. Let's just put them here.
That was the immediate response.
Yeah.
Well, because so many of the people everybody that helped end slavery was also like, I am worried about living with these guys, though. So
they're probably pretty pissed.
Yeah, so they're like, how do we make this better? We're really worried these people are going to kill us all. What should we do? Let's put them in the shittiest fucking place with fucking no water. It's going to light on fire all the time.
Give them social services. The fuck are you talking about?
No, we're thinking of putting them in hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of making them one really big building and putting a bunch of them there.
Yeah, we used to enslave people. Now we got to put them somewhere. What do you think?
Let's put it in the biggest, the worst building we have. Like the biggest, worst building.
What do you think about a really shitty, dark building with a lot of fluorescent light inside and tons of doors that lock like it's a prison? Is that going to be good? Then they go.
They'll probably love it after slavery.
and then it's not good, and they go, what's wrong with these guys? We gave them.
Do you think they were like, they were just slaves? They probably don't want that much. They probably will think it's awesome what they're living in now.
This is an awesome building.
I love these rats. They got friends. They gave us friends.
The projects the first year might have been cool.
Yeah.
Maybe like the very first year in like the 40s or whenever.
They drop them off and one of the black guys like, so you're going to take care of this building? The guy's like, sure.
He's like, so you'll be back to make sure the building stays good? And he's like, yeah, for sure. But first year...
They're like, well, there's going to be like a lot of people here. So the building, you're going to have to upkeep the building. He's like, don't worry about it.
First year, you're like, Parkway Gardens is nice. It's a cheap apartment building. They have nice places to hang out.
Yeah.
And then you go, what the hell happened?
Guys in the projects being like, fuck, I really hope CIA never introduces a drug that's going to make this a lot harder to live in. I hope in 100 years that they don't introduce a drug called crack into our communities in order to destabilize them.
Seems like the communities are going well now, but I feel like there's a missing piece. There should be something that makes moms go crazy. All the moms are feeding their kids and they're going to work, but we need something to make them sing. Something to make them twerk in the street while somebody takes an Instagram video and says, look at this old bitch.
My mom's going to work, but she isn't sucking dick on the street. Wish there was something that could fix that.
It's got to be tough if your mom is addicted to crack living on the street and then you see that a local rapper has like brought them to a club to make a viral video.
Them doing the cinnamon challenge?
Yeah. Fuck, that would suck so much. Your mom's doing crack and then you see her doing the cinnamon challenge on the side of the street. And
for fucking $30.
And you're watching the video and you're like, she probably hasn't even had water since this video was taken.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, somebody hot chip challenged my homeless mom. Yeah, I got a call from my mom today. Somebody hit her with the hot chip challenge. She didn't know what it was. She's calling me, I hate a chip and it ruined my life. I hate a chip and everything's fucked now.
My mom thought she was getting free milk, but turns out they were making her chug it. Chug 2 liters of milk. She threw up.
Fuck, somebody got a video of my mom throwing up milk online. Some guy named DeBoozy So Bad took a video of my mom chugging milk and making her throw up. They kept calling her auntie.
It's crazy. That's my mommy. They're calling my mommy auntie.
You know, you never know what's going to happen in life.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen to your mom. That's why you shouldn't call her.
Don't call her. Don't get too close.
Don't call your mom. Shit could go bad, and then you'll feel really bad about it.
Yeah, that's the big mistake people make. They try and maintain a good relationship with their mom, but then if their mom ends up on the streets, now you're sad.
You're going to be way sadder than if you never even knew the bitch.
Imagine if you never talked to her.
Yeah.
That's why I don't talk to my parents.
Yeah, what if
I'm like, when you guys die, that's going to like be sad, and I don't want to.
We're going to have to keep them at a distance.
I just don't want to be that close, you know? Too close for comfort.
I like to tell my mom we're just mom and son. Just so you know, we're just mom and son. We're not like friends.
No.
I put her in the mom zone.
Hey, just so you know, our relationship is not going to go beyond mom and son.
And mom's like, you're leading me on. I really hate when moms get entitled to sons.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they're like, you're leading me on. You're my son. What are we? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. That's toxic.
Yeah, because my mom was like, I birthed you and fed you and housed you, and you ain't give me none.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're my mom. And she's like, see, that's what you hot sons do.
Yeah, she's like, men don't like good moms.
Men don't like nice moms.
Yeah.
They always end up with jerk moms. End up fucking some jerk MILF.
You bring a woman home to your mom who's your wife, she's like, oh, I guess I see you found a new mom.
Your mom says that to your new girlfriend?
Yeah.
So you're my son's new mom. Well, I hope you can suck his dick as good as me.
Yeah, so he sucks on your titties. He's been sucking on my titties since he was fucking a baby.
Yeah, he already did that with me. Oh, does he suck on your titties? Yeah, he already did that with me.
And he didn't have teeth.
So it felt better. I bet you're jealous of how good his baby gums felt on my nipples. This is a mom saying this to a new prospective girlfriend. Are you jealous? You seem jealous. Moms will be weird with their sons.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, I hate when your mom is like, can I give you a prostate exam? You know, and it's like, she's just checking to see if you got fucking cancer. Then you get old and you're like, you know, I don't need this prostate exam from you anymore. I can go to a doctor.
And she's like, I've been doing this to you since the day you were born.
Yeah. I've been checking your prostate every single day.
A nurse would probably be mad if she came in and the mom was fingering her baby. That's not funny. What I said is not funny. It might be one of the most horrific things you could ever imagine.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you put your finger in a baby's butt and then you moved the finger up, the baby would move up because it's so small. You could use it like a finger puppet. But you probably have to get 2 fingers in there. You know what I'm saying?
We must stop. We must stop.
Okay.
This bit cannot occur.
Okay. Okay.
It's too funny.
It's too good. It
will break the internet.
Oh, shit.
And it's too late now. See, that's why people should watch this every week. We're breaking the internet.
If Tosh.0 was out right now, then they would be showing the ice shooting the woman video.
They would give him a web redemption.
Web redemption.
So what would the web redemption be that he would like?
He would like dress him in like a nicer clothes. He'd be like, "You look hot now."
Do you think they should queer eye for the straight guy, the cop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giving a web redemption.
Honey.
Mm-hmm.
That face mask, when was that last cleaned?
We can't see your cheeks. This is drab. Today we are going to be giving a queer eye for the straight guy, our guest, Derek Chauvin. Derek, everybody hates you. And it's because you dress like shit.
Ooh, these shorts showing off your famous knee.
Derek, you're known for your strong knees and calves, and you don't show them off. It's going to be a good one for the AI to describe. It's going to be a good one right there.
I am always fascinated by what the AI has to say about our videos.
Yeah, it's great that resources are being used for an AI to watch our podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, water.
Nobody's asked it to. It just does.
It'll do that for every video.
It'll just do that. Any video, it'll check it out, and it'll watch it.
I wonder if you could ask AI, is this a good podcast?
I think it would say no.
It might say yes.
Well, it's supposed to be supportive, so it would probably be like, well, it's not successful. It doesn't get any views, but a lot of podcasts weren't for a while. But the things that they talk about on the podcast don't really have any mass appeal.
Yeah.
And for the most part are disgusting and rude to most people. Filth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's some pretty big podcasts that just say degrading filth. We just aren't one of them.
Yeah, I think there's more of a luster to the filth. I don't know. I think Legion of Skanks does sort of a campy sort of, they kind of commit to the bit of like, we're so crazy. And I think we were just, very nonchalantly saying things you shouldn't. So there's really no pizzazz to it.
I guess that's true. Like our name doesn't scream, we say filth.
It's like if a horrorcore rapper just wasn't rapping and was just saying the stuff and was like, how about this? People would be like, it's upsetting.
Yeah.
You don't even seem excited about it.
Well, yeah, it just seemed like, it's like if you were just saying the thing, but whatever you're saying just made sense, like, felt like it made sense as a response to whatever the other person was saying.
Yeah, that's why you say terrible things on podcasts. People go, why would you say that? You go, well, the guy I was doing it with said this one thing.
And it made sense that I would say the other thing.
And I didn't like it. But where we had gotten ourselves in the conversation, I had to say what I said.
Wait, am I supposed to shut down the podcast?
Am I supposed to shut down the podcast?
Yeah, am I supposed to shut down the conversation just because maybe what he said sucked?
Maybe because what he said would lead me to say a thing that no good person should ever say? I said what I had to say.
Oh, yeah. Guess you don't understand podcasting.
No, guess you don't
little
get
lady.
it. No, guess you don't get it.
Little fucking lady.
Who are you
little hot,
who are you,
sexy
who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the person we're talking to. Yeah, you fucking little piece of ass.
Okay. So that's the person who's mad at you?
It's a fucking sexy lady with a fat ass.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, you little piece of fucking
so that's
fucking
right.
pussy.
That's who's mad at you. And that's how you're,
woman with
and that's
delicious,
how you're, and that's
I'm
how
gonna
you're,
eat your pussy.
And that's how you're, okay, well, I have a roommate that lives here, and we want them to feel safe.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
No,
they should feel,
keep
they should
yelling it,
I shouldn't yell
keep
that
just
shit.
Screaming it.
I shouldn't yell that sort of stuff.
Listen, let's finish strong. I'm going to get some more coffee. We'll cut it out.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. My brother loves that game. Cooper has Bloodborne. My brother loves that game. That's one of his favorite games of all time.
It's a video game?
Yeah.
I own it?
That's what that is.
There's no console in here.
Yeah, I don't know whose it is. Probably your roommate's.
What happens in that game?
Can
I play it with friends?
Yeah, I think so. It's like a Lovecraft thing. They do like a Lovecraft thing, I think. It's like brutal, and it's hard, and it's supposed to be pretty grotesque.
Oh, well then I want it out of my house.
A lot of body horror.
I want that out of my house.
Yeah.
We should do body horror on the podcast.
How do we do that?
Like, we keep the same production value in terms of, like, the cameras and mics and everything, but we hire, like, a $10,000 special effects crew. Well, more than $10,000 would be so much money, but a special effects crew. And then we'll just have, like, people coming out of our chests and stuff.
And they'll riff. We'll have a guy pop out of my chest, and he'll say something funny.
Yeah.
So we don't have to.
Yeah, he'll pop out of your chest and say, who farted?
That's a great idea.
He'll pop out of your chest and say, I live inside of Shane. So every day I'm saying who farted, because there's always farts inside a person's body.
That would be fun to just have that randomly happen in the middle of an episode. Just have a guy pop out and be like, who fucking farted? And then we have to, like,
have a worm pop out of your stomach?
Yeah.
Who fucking ate the chili? Somebody cut the cheese in there.
Damn, I had Chili John's. That's some good chili.
Yeah, you were telling me because there was some misscheduling where you texted me and said I'm on my way over, and I was like, I don't think we plan to do the podcast today, and then you sort of live texted me through the experience of getting chili. Which I liked your pivot. You were like, I'm going to come over, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be here, and then you were like, I'm going to go get chili.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Well, I had read about the place maybe the night before, I don't remember, but Anthony Bourdain was a fan, and Twin Peaks, a scene in that was shot there.
And it was good chili.
It was good chili, yeah. It was. I got way too much. I'd go back, though.
And they put it on spaghetti. Like Skyline chili.
Yeah.
I went to a place Anthony Bourdain liked in San Francisco, and it was a mid-ass burger that was way too expensive and sucked.
He just kind of liked what places were like.
Yeah, he just liked places with cool vibes.
He didn't care that much about the food as much as he cared about, like, is it fun to go there?
Yeah, because I went in, like, this was like a hallway bar almost, where you sit at the counter and then you can get like a beer and a burger. And it's the kind of place that Anthony Bourdain would be like, I like this place. You come in, you sit on the stool, you get a beer, a burger, and you just hang out. You meet new people. And you're like, what does the fucking food taste like?
Yeah.
And then it's like it was $25.
That's why Guy Fieri's good, is he just shows you food you actually want to eat.
He shows you insane stuff where he's like, I don't even know if this is good, but this is a fucking bucket of nachos.
Well, yeah.
I think he invented the bucket of nachos.
What? He did?
I think that might be his creation.
That's awesome.
The nacho bucket.
He is like, he does show, I do look up, like, where did they go in L.A., because, diners, drive-ins, I'm never going to watch the show, but...
You never watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Maybe it's been on in a hotel room.
Yeah. It's good. He puts a spoon in a big pot and he goes, whoa!
Yeah. He seems excited. He seems way more excited about the food than Bourdain.
Oh, he's way more excited. There's like some 90-year-old lady and he's like, you fucking sloppy, dirty bitch.
Yeah.
You made the best fucking chili. How the fuck did you make this? And she's like, well, after my husband died in World War II, I had to supplement
He fucking
income.
What? He fucking did what?
He fucking what?
He's never heard of death.
Special episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives where Guy is confronted with the prospect of death. What happened to him? He died. What is that?
What is that? He calls his parents. He's like, hey, you know how you sent the dogs to... I want to see the dogs. I just am worried they're going to die. I'm really worried those dogs you sent to the farm will die someday.
Guy, we never had this talk, and I've talked to other parents, and they never had this talk either. Their children just eventually learn that things die, and now you're 55 and you've never learned, but I guess we have to tell you now that all living things, one day they stop moving, and they don't move anymore, and we put them in the ground forever. Yeah, but...
Are there
like they
drive-ins?
can still go out to diners and drive-ins and dives, right?
Yeah.
They can still go to the drive-in. Guy, they can't. What?
What? Then where do they go? Oh, I understand. Now, this is just me spitballing. I never even heard anybody talk about anything like this before. But imagine there's a place up in the sky where you go after you die, and it's awesome. Is that what happens?
Yeah, Guy, it's called heaven.
Whoa!
Now that's awesome.
Guy Fieri dies.
That's gangster.
Guy Fieri dies and he does an episode in heaven.
We're with the man himself right now, God. We're going to see his process.
We're going to eat the spiciest chili in the world.
It's in heaven. Yeah, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives just becomes him driving around to different like theological and philosophical and scholars and scientists and existentialists, and they're telling him about like the nature of the universe and death, but he's just reacting the same as they were to like bucket nachos, where he's like, whoa.
That's spicy.
Now that's gangster. So you're telling me that all the matter in the entire universe came from a single point and has been expanding ever since. They go, yeah. Goes, that knocks my socks off. And you guys have been doing this here at Harvard since 1885? That's gangster.
I didn't even know that year existed. I'd never even heard of years until last week.
There was time before me?
I thought I came in, the world started half finished.
That's what I love about Harvard. Good people, good ideas, good discoveries. He becomes a theological scholar. Food was just the first thing he was confronted with, so he was fascinated by it. He never learned about anything else, including
I'm
death.
going back to where it all started. My mother's breasts.
We're talking to a Freudian psychoanalysis today, and he's going to give us the deep dive on my subconscious. So let's go in and get blasted.
We got a bucket of it in there?
So what are you putting in there? What are you putting in that diagnosis? Well, Guy, we see sort of a codependency and aim to please. It seems that you might have had a neglectful mother as a baby. I remember her as a wonderful woman. She was, but you might not remember some neglect before. Whoa. Now that's just bursting with realizations for me.
Damn, that's awesome.
I'm Guy Fieri. I just got my ego destroyed.
I'm Guy Fieri. I'm taking what they call ayahuasca. It's a shaman here. What do you put in this thing?
Meeting a deity. Wow. I've never seen somebody that looks like that. I love your look, brother.
You're huge.
I think the DMT deities would love Guy Fieri.
Oh, yeah.
He'd meet the Joker and he'd be like, one of the funniest guys I've ever met. Absolutely hilarious guy. Good guy. I'm going to be coming back. Today, we're going to be going to the extra realm. And I'm going to be hanging out with my friends, Polvo and Tamadas.
Here I am in Toontown. We're going to all the great drive-ins, diners, and dives.
He finds Toontown and thinks it's a real city that's devoted to 1950s Americana culture.
Wow, I've never even heard of this stuff.
Coming to this great town, good people, all in Toontown. Now, they're a little different, but they're good people.
Guy Fieri here from Atlantis. Great seafood. Great gumbo.
So you're telling me this city's been lost. All right, well, listen, I don't know. I think we did our best.
We did do our best. The last riff wasn't horrific. It was just Guy Fieri.
I hope you got something out of this.
I hope you got something out of the Guy Fieri thing. Anyway, stay funny.
Stay funny.